Do you fucking love pirates? Do you dream of loot, plunder, and the high seas? Bababoosh. Maybe you're a fan of One Piece and are curious about the TCG. Or maybe you could care less, hate anime, and can't stand the thought of lowering yourself to such depths.
I'll never join you!
Well, don't die on that hill just yet, soldier. The One Piece TCG is simply BANANAS, and I could give this emoji about the source material that it draws from. I can't bear to watch anime for more than a few moments before transitioning into a narcoleptic dwarf goat and would never spend my gratuitous time and resources to learn and play any subpar game.
And we trust you. Yes.
So put your biases aside and let me drop some knowledge bombs on the most slept on TCG in 2025. The gameplay is capital F-U-N. First off, the gameplay is crackerjacks. And I'm not talking about the new stuff that you can't trust. I'm talking about the fire stuff from back in the day. If you know, you know. The stay up way too late, lose track of time, forget you have a job, remember, and then quit your job to jam more games level of crackerjacks. The gameplay is fast-paced. You're attacking almost every turn. You're making plays and decisions and actually doing something and not just twiddling your thumbs waiting for a turn cycle or top-decking acreage.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
The game is surprisingly skill-heavy. I mean, you have to balance offense, defense, and economy from your hand and your board state, keeping things more entertaining than your next ADHD-fueled TikTok binge. It's a fight. There's no stalling behind walls of BS for the most part, and your leader will in fact get punched in their rocky horror face, and you need to be ready to accept that. The Dawn system in this game, your resource system, is pure genius. Instead of fumbling around with property deeds and agriculture or the increasingly popular mana screw, get out of here. No. One Piece has the Dawn system, which is basically get resources to do your shit every single turn. No questions asked, don't tell. No more bad hands where you don't draw resources, which means no more trips to your HR department.
That's a spicy meatball!
There's no dead draws. Every game is go, go, go. Oh. And you can also attach your Dawn cards, your leftover ones, to boost character and leader attacks, making every turn available on your decision tree. Every leader in this game feels unique. There's like 150 of them. You never really play a game where all the decks feel kinda samesies. Every leader has a different playstyle, not unlike a more familiar commander. You want combo heavy plays, you can play Zoro. If you prefer tactical control, you can try Katakuri. And if you want to be a complete asshole, you can play any version of Whitebeard and just refuse to die. One Piece decks feel really distinct, and that makes every matchup fresh. Leaders also tend to guide your theme. You see this guy? He wants you to have guys like this. Makes things simple if you're incredibly lazy.
It's all about me.
Plus, Bandai rewards you for having a lot of different decks. Sets come out and support certain themes or archetypes, but not necessarily all of them. So the more luxury cardboard rectangles that you have sorted into 60 card piles, the more opportunities for FOMO that you'll have. The art is pure chef's kiss. Look, I may not be an anime or a manga guy, but these cards get pretty cool treatments, which is a huge boon, and please don't argue with me in the comments. I'm sensitive and tend to crumble under pressure. The alternate art treatments in this game are absolutely S tier. Manga panels are chase cards and stave off price hikes on normal treatments, and parallel rares flex really hard. If you're into collecting, you'll need Ozempic after this feast. It's one of the best designed and well-balanced TCGs that I've actually ever played. Bandai pretty much cracked the formula on this one. It's really easy to learn. My buddy's like 8-year-old plays with us. But it's pretty deep if you want to try and master it. For my flesh and blood family out there, I often refer to this game as Fab Light. Not like soy milk and shit, more like taking your GED instead of the SAT. There are no instant speed traps, no infinite loops, none of the one person playing solitaire while their opponent slips into a coma shit.
I am dead inside.
You always have counterplay, and skill actually ends up mattering when you're playing the game. Compared to some games that make you feel like that mandatory sensitivity training PowerPoint presentation that you had to attend that one time, One Piece is all action. The community is growing like an out-of-control Los Angeles wildfire. The One Piece TCG is already a global success and one of the best-selling card games in Japan, just behind Pokemon, but I truly believe that 2025 is going to be the year that this game really pops off harder than your last zit. More locals, more events, more people realizing that they've been missing out. Organized play is expanding with bigger tournaments and higher stakes. Go ahead and head down to your friendly local game store and see if they have cards. No? Check the other one on the bad side of town that's not so friendly. If they're out too, you've probably got a community that you can tap into and start playing. If you want to get ahead on the hype train, you should get in now because you're already a little bit late. The meta is balanced and constantly evolving. Are you tired of games where one deck just seems to dominate forever? Not here. New sets and starters constantly shake up the meta. Multiple deck archetypes are always viable, and there's room for your creativity where brewers not only can drink beers, but they can also win games. And you don't need to hop on Eggman decks and copy the top deck list just to have a chance. The collectability is next level. Now, I'm not a collector, but even if you never play a single match, One Piece cards are holding value better than the takeout that you've been saving just in case. Collectors go absolutely crazy for alternate art cards that are selling for wild and insane prices. But this isn't Pokemon, so put down that riot gear. You don't need to wade through the field of battle just to head down to Costco and risk your life. You can buy this game on TCG Player, no problem, so relax. But if you do pull something insane, one of these crazy alternate art treatments, you're pretty much Charlie Sheen in 2011.
Winning.
The high resale value of these collector treatments is great for deck builders like myself. If you pull a sweet alt art but need 4 of those bad boys, sell it and get the cheap ones. Who cares? Not you, my sweet, highly profitable prince. Unlike some TCGs that require you to be a long-tenured community college professor, One Piece makes sense pretty fast.
I understood that reference.
There are no insane deck building restrictions, complicated ban list, or corporate overlords forcing you to sell your home or take out a second mortgage in order to stay current in the meta. There's not really any draw a bad hand and instantly lose, and games are engaging from pretty much turn 1. It's easy to learn and moderate to master. The more you play, the more you learn. And isn't learning just so much fun, kids? It's just fun. Like really fun. Now, I'm all for complex strategy, engaging gameplay, and insane synergies, but at the end of the day, a game should be based first on how much fun you have while playing it. And I haven't had this much fun playing a game since exploring my adolescent morals in my backyard shed. Attacks feel meaningful and impactful. Every game is a brawl, and you're always engaged, always strategizing, and always in the fight. It doesn't matter if you like One Piece or not, this game slaps harder than Will Smith. So, are you still sitting on the fence? Or is your butt sore from sitting on the fence? There's an app down in the description that'll teach you how to play for free. And there's also a simulator that's linked in the description where you can play anything you want for free. But if your hindquarters still ache my achy breaky heart, you can always bribe a reluctant friend or a wary stranger and try a starter deck and see what happens. Go to your locals and test the waters. Ask around. You might just find yourself hooked. So, all in all, I think you should play One Piece. All right? I'm done.